Important thing is this new effort that we've started in the last year, which is what we call the Genome Network. And that is that we merged with a company that has experience in and a lot of expertise in developing registries. And these are patient-driven registries. The patients can submit their own data into these registries. It's under complete privacy control. The patients decide who gets to see that data, if anybody, and for what reason. And the reason we started this is because we perceive a big gap in the clinical trial environment in the United States. Janet Woodcock, who's head of one of the big divisions at Food and Drug Administration, was at an Institute of Medicine meeting a few years ago, a workshop, where she reported that only 2% of patients who might be eligible for a clinical trial are actually participating in clinical trials. And I think among the rare disease community particularly, I mean, I've had 25 years of experience with an advocacy group for a very rare genetic disorder called Lowe syndrome. I know those families very well. I know the parents very well. They are driven to get answers for why their boys, it's an X-linked disorder, why their boys are having the disease they have, and what can we do about it. So they are thirsty for information, and even more so, they're thirsty for action. And so what we want to do, because we're a testing company that draws samples from all over the country, is to try to overcome the geographic and local isolation and bring together patients with the same disorder who come from all over, who have their testing with us, so we know what the underlying genetic alteration is, and then make available to those patients the option to participate in clinical trials, research activities from academics, from pharmaceutical companies, whomever. The data belongs to them. They have complete control over it, but we're trying to aggregate this information and to provide, in essence, a different channel for getting patients with rare disorders into more research efforts and more clinical trials. Well, that's I think a really important issue for us is that we're not trying to put all the data into one place and then put a big set of walls around it. We're interested in federating databases. You know, you can bring in information from other places. But the important thing is when you say no one wants to let go of it, the data in our registry belongs to the patients. They say what we can do with it. Nobody else says it. So we make it, so for example, the company we merged with used to be called Alta Voice. Originally it was called Patient Crossroads, then became Alta Voice, and then we merged and they became part of Invitae. They have a system of, most of their registries are open access for those patients who have agreed to make it open access. So anybody can go in and have a look. So we're not trying to create walls, we're trying to break them down.